Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1. Hello everyone. How y'all doing today? It's J-Pop. Alright, so I'm kicking up a random stream. I want to try... We're back with Kawamura Mansion. I want to try to get 100%, as in everybody stays alive. We tried during the stream. I did a little bit of research, and there's something that wasn't realized during that stream. Edge, Okari Nasai. Look at who it is. This fucking guy. Alright. So, as it's a random stream, I don't plan on anybody being here. But let's continue on. And we all hate Camille. We know. So, what we need to get things started, why is the item misaligned up on top? Was it always like that? Because it's like that for my window as well. Alright. So, we need 6 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And everyone lives. However, this first death has to happen. So, Alexander, if you ever happen to watch this, that was the key component to get this started. So, we go here. Yeah! Dun dun dun. What in the... Marku! No! Don't say till you try. Resuscitate. Chest compressions. He's dead, Jim. Let's leave this room. Alright. How many save slots do I have? So... I have a big old gap. From there to here. Let me do this. Let me save on 13. Load 12. I'm going to save over here. Then I'm going to go back and load this. And we're using up these saves. Alright. So now I'm kind of blind to what I need to do. But we'll return to the living room. I can't believe all of this is happening. The barrier, Mark dying, these remnants of the past. It has to have meaning, right? Not all things have meaning. Sometimes it's just coincidences. Mark probably wanted to commit suicide in a place that was odd to him. He loves scary things after all. But he had no reason to kill himself. I know him better than most people. I know they've been in better mood than ever lately. He started drawing his own horror manga in order to show the mangaka he got in contact with online, in hopes of cooperating with her in the near future. This is different. I've never seen him so excited about anything, so why would he kill himself all of a sudden? Sometimes people disguise their sadness with smiles. Mark might have made up that story in order to keep you away from the truth. Mark was a jerk for the most part, but not to that extent. He would never have lied about something like that. Comics and manga were sacred to him. I agree. Mark has always been honest under his bad attitude, and him lying about something like that doesn't make any sense. Then what happened? Michiko killed him. Very funny, Yukio. Do you have to say something? Do you have to say something that's stupid once you actually open your mouth? Now's not the time to joke around, Yukio. Not joking. Mark got killed in a manner which he couldn't have concluded himself. After all, there was nothing for him to stand on in order to hang like that. It's true. But I was with you all the time. Yes, but you didn't kill him personally. Your helper did it. It's a demon, isn't it? I can feel it now. Somewhere in the house, waiting to collect its next victim. Wuchan. Actually, it's not. The barrier that keeps us is undoubtedly supernatural. A demon being connected to this is more than possible. Then there has to be a more logical explanation, or at least one where Michiko isn't guilty. Yes, listen, Asaki, I have nothing to do with this. As a matter of fact, I think you do. Nani? Every time we found something about the Kawamura, I knew I keep saying that wrong, family, you acted strange. You even you have even become angry with us for reading Ayame's diary. Yukio, how big is the possibility that a witch is connected to the demon, and that the witch is Kawamura Ayame? 100%! Yak percento, since I know it's true. No, I am not Ayame. But you are. You hid all her things, lured us here, and kept us occupied, while Mark got killed by your accomplice, who also happens to be the one who gave you your powers. You wanted those powers to kill your family and Hideki, didn't you? Don't mention Hideki. Oh, I'm not her, but that name. Oh. Dun-dun. You are not the father. Okada inside, Coolio. You'll pay for this, Yukio. You'll pay for this. Disappear. Was I the only one who saw that? I think we all saw it. Michiko really is Ayame. I can't believe it. Shouldn't be possible. We don't have time to dwell on it. She'll come back and kill us if we don't do anything. Yukio, you know the most about supernatural things. What do you suggest we do? We should try to find the source of her power before she gets there herself. I guess there's a circle of power in her room, wherever that is. Definitely upstairs. The key we found probably leads to it. Let's go find out where it fits. So that whole conversation was different on who to believe at this, that, and the other. We are on the right track. How you guys doing? Happy Saturday to you all. Michiko isn't here, but I bet she'll show up any second. We have to be on our guard. But now that we have the chance, we might as well read her diary. Maybe she's written about her weakness in there. Are you mad? Can't read that now. There's no time. I think Haru's right. If she has written anything about her powers in there, it might be easier for us to defeat her. Not necessarily. What do you mean? Never mind. Might as well read it. Alright, Saki, read out loud. We'll cover your back. It's definitely hastily written, but I'll do my best to decipher it. At the start of the game, oh, I know that feeling, Coolio. Rough. February 2nd, 1876. Today was the day after living on the street for all these months. I followed my only friend's advice. My family is dead. Therefore, he is here with me, the demon as they called him in the book I stole. Although, he cannot be a demon, for he is kind to me. When he spoke to me in my dreams, he was the first to show me any positive attention in the past 6 months. Killing my family in his honor was a pleasure. Not only did their blood bring him here physically, but I also got my revenge on them for throwing me out. Now, only Hideki remains. I long to burrow a blade in his neck. No, that is too kind. I'll make him wish I just killed him. He'll suffer more, like he has made me suffer. I'll make him regret that he ever spoke to me. Die, Hideki! Die! Shine! Shinai! Which one is it? I'm kinda not sure. Well, someone held a grudge. Don't interrupt. Please, Saki, continue after I read chat. Spent an hour and a half playing for almost 8 hours. Hey, when you know it, you just run through the stuff quicker. Gamba! Okari Nasai, it's bonus-tober. Alright, on with the story. February 5th, 1876. What a joyful day! That treacherous Hideki is finally dead. The look on his face when I found him was priceless. He tried to flee, leaving his mistress with me, but I killed her before he had time to escape. Then I captured him and brought him all the way back to our old cabin. Thanks to my new friend, I had no problem finding my way, which meant that I could be all alone with Hideki in the woods. I had some fun with him for a few hours and let him feel the pain that he had caused me. Water, fire, and everything sharp are great ways to inflict pain on someone. I did not understand how entertaining these things were until I played with Hideki. Sadly, he passed away far too soon, though that did not stop me. Only when I accidentally burnt him to a crisp did I realize that he was gone forever. It is both sad and wonderful. I hate him as much as I once loved him, and therefore wanted him dead. But I would have liked to make him experience even more of the suffering he had given me. I suppose I have no choice but to make do with the time that we had together. I have been thinking a lot. What am I supposed to do now? The one goal of my life, to get revenge, is fulfilled? Or is it? I don't know anymore. Even though Hideki and his family are dead, I'm still filled with hatred. I hate all men, all women. I hate everyone, because mankind is unworthy of me and the power that I have been blessed with, that I want them all to suffer like I have, whilst I thrive. Now I know the perfect plan. I will take from others what Hideki hated that I lost. Youth. Ijode. I hate to admit it, but I have goosebumps. She's completely mad. How could we ever trust her? She's a horrifyingly clever person and a great actress most of the time. It's impossible to know something like this from the beginning, since none of us thought that magic was real. Well, except for you. I warned you about going here, but you didn't listen. If I had gotten my way, this would have never happened. She would have just picked out someone else. After all, she's been doing this since the late 19th century. It's no time for us to discuss this. When Michiko will be here any minute, we need a plan. Mr. Quiet Magic Expert, can you please tell us what to do? Me? Who else? Alright, here's what we'll do. Everyone but me and Haru stay clear from the demon circle. We will try to dispel it. Sounds dangerous. Things like these are never without danger, but we have no choice. If the circle's gone, so is hopefully also the demon, and Michiko powers will fade. We might be able to defeat her even with the circle intact, but it's best to do everything we can beforehand. Then let's do it. Speed up button is the best. Ayami or Michiko's bed. The most fancy in the building. Containing jewelry and makeup. Alright. Haru, please take out your charm. Okay. With the power granted by the Shinto gods, we dispel you, demon. Ta-da! I had no idea you could do that, Yukio. Thank you, mother. Without her, we would all be dead now. See? It was a bad idea to ask her to make us these protective charms. Although, you could have made them for all of us. I get it. You and Haru are exclusive. I won't ask more. What happened to Michiko now? If she's still alive, her power is most certainly fading and she would return to her true self. We should wait for her to... Yukio, what have you done? I knew I should have killed you first. Haru, aim your charm towards her. With the power granted by the Shinto gods, we dispel you, demon! Nani? What just happened? We killed her. It was about time. She was gonna kill us! You don't say. Great job, Yukio. You saved us. No, Haru and I saved you. Without his charm, I wouldn't have had sufficient amount power to dispel her. Surprisingly, it was easier to get rid of the demon circle and the demon than her. Usually, otherworldly beings tend to be more powerful than humans. Can anyone explain how she was still alive in this time? She must have been far over 150 years old. Probably had something to do with killing people and stealing their energy. I guess us and the teenagers in the 50s weren't the only ones she lured here. It's horrible. We're lucky to still be alive. Then let's get out of here and celebrate. The barrier should be gone now, right? Yeah, let's go. What happens now? We should contact the police and tell them about Mark. I'll do it. Anyone who wants to tag along? I'd like to, but somebody has to talk to Mark's family. I don't want the news to be delivered by the police, so I'll do it. Then I'll come with you. Alright, you lovebirds. Then Haru and Yukio will follow me. We don't have to sit... And we don't have to say... And we don't have a say in it, I suppose. Nope! Saki, Tatsuya, we'll meet at the station later. Keep safe. We will, now that Ayami's gone. We did it! Is that it? We're done! I do know something. I very much do know something. What was that? Must have been a dream. But I never dreamt something that felt this real before. Am I going crazy? I might be, since there was something about Michiko, some old witch, and a demon, and Mark. He died. I have to talk about this with Mom. She's probably still sleeping, so I'll have to go wake her up. It was all a dream. A lot of games throughout the years. Nothing beats games, so I'm very pleased with this collection. Fuck it! We're browsing social media. Oh, it's boring. When something is as close off as me, these sites are basically pointless. Okay, check your messages. Mail from school about an upcoming test. Rather forget about it. Go through my desktop folders, mostly games folders, otherwise mythology study material folders. Where's the prawn? Wow, that dream must have really messed me up. Can't remember this time I looked this rugged. I can't go with her. If I do, I risk breaking the sanctity and Mom can't make charms until she has cleansed everything. Okay. Neko! Good morning, May. Have you slept well? I'll take that as a yes. A scroll with a haiku about the fish. Kotatsu. I want a kotatsu. Surprised you are already awake, mama. Ah, Yukio. I had a feeling you were strolling around. Something wrong? You look troubled. Actually, that's why I came. I had a really real dream. Haru and the others and I had gone to an abandoned building of sorts. There was something there. Something supernatural, and I better not tell Mom that I joked about Mark dying. I don't want her to worry, especially not with her belief in realistic dreams being visions of the future, although this time, I'm sure it was just a dream. And we all got really scared of it. To me, it felt like a demon or something similar. I see. In other words, you want me to make you and Haru protective charms. Still make it sound like an everyday thing. Practically is. With your paranoia, sweetheart. If I had sold all the charms you had been making for you and Haru, I'd be rich. Stop making fun of me, Mom. Can't help being careful. I know, sweetheart. And I appreciate you looking after Haru and yourself. But there's a limit to everything. Mom, please just make the charms so I can put my mind at ease. Alright, but only if you make breakfast. We have a deal. Hey Yuka, you want to watch the video with me? Video Mark was talking about, probably some stupid horror related thing after my dream. I want to stay as far away from things as much as possible. Take that as a no, your loss. If it's as good as Mark says it is. You bet it is, just watch already. Feels weird to see Mark today. I've had a feeling since this morning that Mark isn't supposed to be here. Or rather, he had been given a second chance. Clearly not normal for thinking these things. Why can't I just be like everyone else? I would do anything to be as carefree as Mark, as kind as Tetsuya, clever as Saki, as strong-willed as Rena. If I could just be a bit more like Haru, Huh? What did you talk about? I lost my thoughts again. I bet you would never be brave enough to do something like that. It's a fine line between brave and stupid. I prefer to keep my head intact or rather show my bravery in an old asylum. What's going on? Why did I get this feeling of deja vu? Video showed true bravery, not your stupid, I got an idea. Let's go to a scary place. Horror challenge. Whoever stays in the longest wins a prize. I remember, we went to the abandoned house for a challenge. This has to be that challenge. Challenge, I'm in. Do we really have to go? How about we compete in something a little less scary? I'm with Tatsuya. Stop being losers. Scary things aren't scary unless you're losers. Bold enough to risk your brains. Don't really see the point. How about you? You're alright? No, we can't go. Why not? If we do, we'll all be killed. Ooh, this is different. What? Why? Oh no, what have I done? Everybody's staring at me like I'm crazy. Maybe I am, but I can't get rid of this feeling. We will die if we go there. But they won't believe me. Saying things like this just makes me even weirder to them. It's dangerous to go to abandoned houses. No one mentioned abandoned house, but I agree, it is dangerous. Don't chicken out already. We haven't even decided where to go yet. Actually, I was going to suggest we go to an abandoned mansion here in town. The Kawamura Mansion. Anybody heard of it? Kawamura Ayame. That's the name of the witch. This can't be a coincidence. The Kawamura Mansion, I'm in. I have no idea what it is, but I won't back down. No, you can't go. It'll be fun. After all, be the first time we're all doing something to get outside of school. But I want to spend more time with you. Especially you, Yukio. We barely said a word to each other. For good reasons. I always felt that there was something wrong with her. Now I feel like I'm closer to the answer than ever. She's connected to the mansion. I'm sure of it. Sadly, I can't say it now. If I want anyone to still see me as mentally stable. I guess we owe you that, Michiko. Be nice to spend more time with you. It's been a while. When and where will we meet? About the gate of the mansion. 7 o'clock. Alright. See you all then. By the way, Mark, I saw you trying to sneak away with the notebook earlier. I got it back after you hid. Ah, you're boring. What's wrong with you? Nothing. Tell the truth, I won't laugh at you. I like to tell him everything, but I'm not brave enough. Even though he's Haru, the one who's always on my side. He won't believe me this time. It's too crazy, even for me. It's nothing really. I just don't want to go there. The entire challenge is stupid. Oh, is that it? You probably won't mind if I came over to your place to talk to your mom a bit regarding your sudden mood change. Damn, he always has to pull out. I'll talk to your mom. I'll tell mommy on you. You caught me. I had a weird dream. It's about the 7 of us going to an abandoned house, and there was some sort of evil presence like a demon and a witch who trapped us there. Mark got killed by the witch or demon. I don't know. It was the most realistic dream I've ever dreamt, which made the contents even more disturbing. Damn, he thinks I lost it, when I couldn't even tell Mom the truth. Why did I tell it to him? If you don't want to go, just say so. I'll stay too, if you don't want me to, but we all each go to go. We never do anything with the 7 of us together. He doesn't believe me. I don't know if that makes me happy or sad. I suppose we have to go. I don't want something to happen to the others while we're not there to help. As a spirit, although I'm sure nothing bad will happen. I'll come to your place past 5:30. See you then. Should talk to the others, try to prevent them from going tonight. Okade nasai, Zell. We are revisiting this. Yes, she does kill everyone. Donut, okade nasai. So, to catch everyone up, we're back here revisiting this. I got everybody was alive. Now, here's how it goes. We had all the items, and we were trying to prevent Mark dying. You have to see Mark die. Mark dies, you go down to the living room, but the conversation's different. Michiko Ayame exposes herself as the witch. And we're like, oh, we have to, where is this thing? Well, there must be something in her room. We go to her room, read her diary, where her diary says that she got revenge on her family. She eventually found Hideki, dragged him back to the old cabin, and made him die a slow, painful death. And then, and also she has hate, so filled with hatred, wants to kill Youth, the thing that Hideki left her for. You destroy the circle, you destroy her, like that. The end. Now, Yukio wakes up. It's like, oh, is this a dream? And we're going through the same day again. That's where we are now. Hi, Zell. You had a birthday party? Alright. Have fun, you all. I don't want to talk to her. Get the feeling something's wrong. You want something? Why'd you suggest a challenge? Why take the place at Kawamura Mansion? Why not? Knew about the mansion from before and something just seemed right for this. It's a great way for us to hang out. Also, I want to make sure we had somewhere to go. Especially if I want to spend more time with you, Yukio. There's something to you that's always fascinated me, but I can't put my finger on what it is. So she feels something for me as well. That takes me one step closer to the answer. If I go, it's because you want me there. So? Well, can't say I'm too surprised. We've never been close, have we? You aren't really close to anyone. Which would explain why I put the challenge together. Something tells me there's more to it. Why do you dislike me? I'm sorry, too much. I need to smooth things over, put her suspicions aside. I don't. There's no need to deny or call it temporary, since I've noticed you've acted this way towards me all this time. I'm not angry with you, just curious. Perhaps you're afraid that I will steal Haru away from you. That's a logical thought. When a girl enters a closed group like this, those weren't my ideas, but I'll let her keep on talking. It would only be natural for Haru, or even you, to fall for someone like me. There's no need for you to be shy. If you like me in that way, I won't judge. On the contrary, I think you do. I don't feel like talking to you anymore. Suit yourself. Side story unlocked the first Danganronpa game. Huh. What if the whole game fell apart immediately? Been a long time since you came to talk to me. I begin to remember why. Look, I know we aren't the best of friends, but we're not enemies. Let's put our differences aside and try to act normal. After all, it's personality traits to set us aside from others. What you talking about? Makes me even less sense neutral. Don't look like a question mark. I meant that as that I'm interested in occult things, and so are you. That's hardly normal. Normal subjective word that I don't think we see in the same way. To me, normal is anyone who doesn't experience unexplainable sensations or the supernatural, or dream hyper-realistic dreams. Man, he has a lot of text. Zai's not interested in occult things. Really? Your fixation on tars and temples? This supposed magic, this supposed magic isn't a cult? How does he even know that? I don't show it off to everyone. Haru, Reina, Tetsuya must have mentioned it. Probably Tetsuya. To me, occult things are dark themes that are interested in. Evil zombies, spirits, zombies, vampires, demons. I'm only interested in the protective side, the mythology and such. Can't deny my knowledge about darker sides, but I never search for fun like you do. In other words, you're the good guy. I'm the bad guy. I like it. Better put that in my resume. There's no point in trying to prevent you from going tonight, is there? Nope. But you can try if you feel like, then goodbye. You pumped for tonight? I sure am. No surprise. What's that supposed to mean? All you do is throw yourself headfirst to everything. Competition you find. You've done that for as long as I've known you. Don't you ever get tired of it? We can't all be as lame as Haru now, can we? She didn't know. If I didn't know she was joking, would have told her a word or two about Haru and competitions. Maybe I still should. After all, I must defend my love. Now you spaced out again. Happens out a lot. Can't be healthy. Loosen up a bit. People worry about you when you act like that. Look, I know I'm not Haru, and I know I'm not too good at touchy-feely things, but you're the same. If you feel like you need to talk, just say the word. Or give me one of your looks. I've learned how to read them by now. Nani? Nothing. Go do something else instead of wasting both our time. Might as well. No point in talking to her. Yukio, you look grim. Something wrong? Not really. You sure you want to talk to me? He's considerate as ever. It's almost annoying, but without it, he wouldn't be Tetsuya. I'm fine. Good to hear, especially since I know Haru will feel down soon enough if you felt that way. You two are really close, aren't you? Anyway, what you want? I suspect that you don't want to go to the mansion, therefore I suggest you stay at home. I see. Fortunately, things aren't that easy. I would love to not show up, but Mark will make me go somehow. Then turn off your phone, lock your door, ignore him till tomorrow. I'd love to do that. Maybe I will. But you know, if Mark asks me to go, I will. Can't back down when he needs my support. He seems all tough and careless, but he isn't like that. Most of the time. Loves everything that has to do with horror, but he wouldn't do anything like this on his own. He's not that brave. And I've been his best friend since he moved here. In a sense, I understand his attitude better than anyone. So I see it as my civic duty to cover his back in this. But don't tell him I said that. I won't. Just like I won't confess that I understand that you go for Saki's sake as well. Probably more her than Mark. Maybe we'll see each other tonight. I hope not. Likewise. You don't plan on going tonight, do you? Of course I am. Why wouldn't I? Because you're a clever person. You seemed reluctant when Michiko first mentioned it. True, but I don't want to miss the opportunity to hang out with Mark. There'll be other chances to do that, but not if you go tonight. You serious about us all dying? Makes you think that. Should have said that. Everyone diagnosed me as insane in Saki. It's a research-like way to go about things. It's just my way of saying I don't want to go there. Seems a bit overdramatic for most people, but it's even weirder for you. I mean, how many times have we spoken alone like this before? Never. Exactly. So if you knew something, Yukio, I would like for you to tell me. Is there some kind of structural danger with the mansion? Most definitely. How do you know that? Logic? Science? Thank you for your concern. I really think we're going to be alright. Michiko isn't stupid enough to lure us into a life-threatening mansion. If you say so, don't claim I never warned you. Alright. We out! Places are scary. I don't even think I have to lead the way. Haru, how about you? No, Reina, you should lead the way. If anyone can keep us safe, it's Reina. Was it just me? Or was he more talkative than ever today? Yukio, is everything alright? I'm fine. As long as Reina leads us. Okay then, I don't mind. Follow me! Before we go any further, I need to give you this. I could have given it to you on the walk like we did in the original game, but you know. A charm? Aren't you overreacting? No, you have to trust me on this. Something's going to happen, something really bad. And I need you to stay safe if I'm not there to protect you. You always take things too seriously, but I'll take it to keep you happy. Am I not the best friend ever? It was a joke! What in the... Follow me, Yukio. Noes, okari nasai. No! Alright, so we follow the spirit. The others are in here, but I should check out the spirit for anything else. In here. There's a note here. It looks like Michiko's handwriting. It says, "Only those who see the truth may enter." I can't believe I'm stupid enough to leave the others for something as suspicious as this. But if I don't explore this room, I feel that I'm gonna miss out on something important. Lots of pictures lying in a photochemical bath. Appears they've been taken throughout many years. So many, in fact, they can't possibly be taken by the same person. Did you now? Photographs are laying in a chemical bath. How odd. Mostly photos, but also hand-drawn pictures. They appear to be very old. Huh? One of these drawings is of a clearly Japanese couple, but the woman's wearing a dress in a Western style. If I'm not mistaken, the house in the background is this mansion. Could these two be connected to my dream? It wouldn't surprise me, since I get chills just by looking at this woman. I'm pretty sure I know her from somewhere, or at least her clothes. They extended halftime by 10 extra minutes. That is strange. Find them, and you'll all be free. Find what? Who are you? Doesn't matter who I am or who I was. Just find the photos. Then you will hopefully see what she really is. Photos? She? We perhaps talk about the woman of the drawing in that box? Ah, I see. She is indeed important, but I don't know if it's a good idea to tell you more about her now. It is better if you see the truth with your own eyes. Therefore, you should look for the photos. One of them can be found in the oven? Will the opponents... Weird. Yeah, you can't say hike as a defense. It's an illegal word. It's a photo in here, just like the spirit said. It's of a couple, and it says Hideki and Akiko on the back, dated 1896. Why am I feeling dizzy? What's happening? Where am I? Is that Mark? But he's a kid. What's going on? Am I crazy? Mark, what's going on? Mush mush. Worst day ever. Told my parents I didn't want to move to Japan. Wait. Is this part of Mark's past? And I can read his thoughts? I can hear his voice? But his lips aren't moving. Barely get a hold of any good American comics here. And these manga things they have instead are horrible in comparison. I wouldn't complain as much if I had any friends to hang out with instead of having to read all the time. Name is Mark, right? Oh, great. It's that overly nice class president's been bothering me all day. Yeah, Mark. What of it? Just want to welcome you again. I understand it's hard to move to find a new place, and even harder to find friends. To be honest, even I haven't gotten any, so I've been here for a year now. But he's so nice. Aren't nice guys supposed to get friends on day one? I don't believe you. You're just saying that to make me feel better. But it worked, didn't it? You got me. You're more cunning than you look. Perhaps I once was, but no longer. I just thought you needed to be cheered up. Come see me if you need anything. Hey, Sato, wait up. Seems crazy, but I think I just witnessed Mark and Tetsuya becoming friends. Seems to have been both a nice and bad memory for Mark, if any of it is true, that is. But why did I see all this? Especially when we're in the Kawamura Mansion. Oh no, it's happening again. I recognize this park, but why am I here? Hey Mark, what's going on? Can't hear me, which means I'm still in this alternate reality. Better wait and see what happens. Is it true? Depends on what you mean. Are you going to move back to America? Oh, that. Yeah, I am. Finally leave the stressful work of drawing on that silly shoujo manga and start working on something I really like. You heard the night when the dead lived, right? Could never imagine that my favorite comics company in the entire world would want me to work with them on the best comic ever. It's great. It's just one problem. About us. Them? You know that we are far from the perfect couple. You didn't want us to be together in the first place, so if Yukio hadn't put in a good word for me, we would have never been together. It doesn't really matter to me if you leave or not. I just thought I meant more than that stupid comic. You mean a lot to me, but not in the same way. After all, I grew up with that comic and hasn't been able to live without it. You, on the other hand, I've been without for a long time. And since you don't support my dreams, I don't see the point in us being together. I do support your dreams, but you're too self-centered to realize it. This is how you wanted them leaving for good. Bye. I'm serious. If you don't stay in Japan, we're done. Do you think I'll give up on my dream because you tell me to? Oh, Rita, I thought you knew me. I do. That's why I thought you would at least ask me to come along. And drag you away from everything you have here? The thought would never even cross my mind. A question wouldn't have hurt, but it would, because you would have tried to stop me. And now that I'm leaving tomorrow, it's too late for you to have a say in it. You really are a jerk to the core. At least I'm a jerk who follows his dreams. Good luck with that ever finding anyone who puts up with you. Baka! Man, I wish I'd asked her to come with me. I still love her, as I always have, but she has her own dreams. I don't want to be in their way. I wish you the best of luck, Rena. I must be going crazy. There's no way that Rena would ever be together with Mark. But perhaps this is a vision of the future? Here we go again! I'm back! What was that just now? A vision, I suppose. I didn't see it, so you have to explain what you saw. I think it was Mark's past and future. Mark, I see. Then something must be messing up the vision you were supposed to get. Perhaps all of you being here ruins it somehow. It's too bad I can't ask anyone about it. You mean that you aren't controlling this? No, I'm only a messenger. The others are gone now, so I'm the only one who can convey what you need to know. There are more photos in a cupboard with china, behind a painting, and in an empty bath. One of them should hopefully show you what you need. Cupboard with china, painting, empty bath. What was that I just saw? A bittersweet memory of the past, I take it from your expression, and a future that may be? Really have no idea. If it was a bad future, you could possibly do something about it if you feel like it. I suggest you go speak with Mark before looking for more photos. Mark and the others are on this floor, in the ballroom. Maybe he's not that big of a dumbass. Where have you been? Don't run around your own, you could get hurt. Haven't seen in a while. So scared that you were hiding. Hi, Yukio. Where have you been? Oh, I get it. You set up traps to scare us. Nice. But it won't work on me. I'm the master of keeping a level head. That's not what I'm doing. What are you doing? It's the way I can tell the truth. Suppose I have to steer away from the subject. Notice you're pretty intent on talking to Reina. More so, argue with her or give her compliments that make her angry. So what? To me, it seems like you're trying to get her attention. Obviously, if I'm talking to her, get to the point. I think you're in love with her. Don't tell me you got a soft spot for her, because if there's one thing I'm sure of, it's that I'll fight any guy who gets close to her in that way. Don't worry, the thought would never cross my mind. Besides, Rain is good at scaring away admirers on her own. She's not into such relationships. I know that, which is why you feel obligated to tell me about this. I'm curious what you see in her is all. Well, she's the only girl who's ever fought back against my jackass attitude with full strength. Not to mention she's the strongest, most independent girl I've ever met. Isn't that reason enough? I know for sure I want a girl who can fend for herself in any situation, so I don't ever have to worry about her. Raina's that type of girl. I have a feeling they aren't asking out of curiosity alone. You wouldn't meddle in this otherwise. Better tell me what's on your mind before I do something we'll both regret. I have to choose my words carefully. If I encourage Mark, he might get his heart broken in the future. On the other hand, if I tell him to stay away from Raina, he might hate me instead. Well, I don't know. I'm going to select encourage. Once you know, I think you're on the right track. It's good to annoy her, but showing that you aren't like the other guys will surely get her attention some way. Who knows? Keep showing how much you care, she might answer your feelings. Ah, I never expected you of all people to give advice on relationships. Pretty sure you're into Raina yourself and just want to ruin things for me. Believe what you want. I've said what I came to say. Thanks, I do appreciate it. Why are you sneaking around your own? Better tell me if you find anything interesting. Well, look at this photograph! I know it's my brother's joke, and I know it's not photograph. Is it behind this picture? Alright, picture, China, empty bath. China? Do we have this barrier down? Do we not even know that yet? Semantics. Photo. Under the China. Kiriki and Kaori. Past does appear to be Mark's. Girl has to be Saki. And the other one, by the similar appearances, Saki's sister. What was her name again? Hiroko? Hana? Hinata? I don't remember. Proof of how little I've cared about my so-called friends. Such a disgrace. So nice to be outside. I love the library, but I like the sun a lot as well. Me too! Hey Saki, you wanna play tag? I don't know. We could fall or hurt ourselves. Please! You know that Dad would get upset if we hurt ourselves, have to go see a doctor. Remember last year you sprained your ankle? Mom and Dad were furious. Oh, right. I wanna play like other children. I don't wanna read all day. If we don't read, we'll never get smart, and then we can't become scientists or doctors. I want to be a scientist. I want to be a model. So do I, but I can't go against Mom and Dad. They get so upset if I don't do as they tell me. They want me to be Asian A+ perfect kid. Still, I would love to be more like other girls. I want to go outside, show off my new clothes, run around and play. I want to be normal. I want to be able to follow my dreams like other children do. I want to be a model. Saki, why are you crying? I want to be a model. That's what I said I wanted to be. I know. Do you understand how sad Mom and Dad would give if we abandoned the path they laid out for us? We'd break their hearts. That's why we can't be models. I'm crying. Saki no baka. I can't take it. Two girls crying over parental oppression. Makes me furious. But we always pretend to be models. We can play models right now. We can dream about it tonight. As long as we don't really become models, everything will be fine. Really? Yeah. Okay, I suppose that's good enough. Where am I now? Saki's future? View's so nice. I'm glad we bought this place. When our furniture gets here, we'll finally be able to relax. Tatsuya? We? What time is it? 5:30? You should be home any minute now. Can't wait to tell him about today's results. Tatsuya? Can't say I'm surprised. Tadaima. How's your day been? So you're wonderful. Not only did we get a revolutionary result in the lab, but I went to a photo shoot as well, and the photographer left me. Wait, you had time for a photo shoot? Well, I did leave work a little early. But you told me you tried modeling, remember? You said it was alright, and that you would cover for my losses. I did say that, but the thing is, my job. Never mind. Really happy for your sake, sweetheart. You get to live two dreams in one. I suppose so, but I would be even happy if I had more time to model. If I only had set my mind on that course before entering university. Don't say that. If you ask me, you're a better scientist than you could ever be a model. Excuse me? I didn't expect that from you, Tetsuya. Very clever, Tetsuya. Calling someone who wants to be a model not cut out for it is like calling them ugly and hopeless at the same time. Hear me out. Modeling is something that you and Hinata thought up when you were little, just because you were tired of studying and following your parents blindly. But that hasn't been the case for ages. Since then, you have gained freedom, and in time, learned that you love studying as much as you love fashion. You chose science over fashion because you felt you could make a difference there. Almost any girl could be a model if they try to, but not everyone could be a world-renowned scientist. So I say, do model, but don't give up your scientific gift on its behalf. I don't know if I'm supposed to get angry or not. He does have a point. I understand what you're trying to say. I suppose you're right. My modeling is enough as it is now. Besides, if I focus fully on it, you would have to provide for both of us. It would have to take cases that you hate. I don't want you to sacrifice your sense of justice only to make me live in luxury. I'm glad to hear that. Now, with that, I suppose I could go talk to Saki about it. I'm worried about her and Hinata as well. Being their parents are as bad as I fear they are. There are more photos to find, one behind a painting and one in an empty bath. How blunt can I be with her? Can I attack her with questions about her parents out of the blue? Yukio, you want something? Can't just stand here, might as well go for it. How's it at home? Huh? Parents treating you badly? What? No! I heard they're strict though, right? Makes you say that out of nothing. You're as talking as ever, it seems. Well, I can't argue against them being strict, but it's a lot better than a few years ago. Now I can do whatever I want in my free time. Spending all day in the library. As long as I get top grades, they have nothing to complain about. Actually, I don't think they would get upset even if I failed once in a while. Hinata doesn't always get the highest score, but they don't nag on her. But you're the oldest daughter, the oldest, the first. Look, I know how this goes. They really are great. That's that. I don't have to worry about her and Hinata getting treated badly. Alright, goodbye. Wait, you can't come here and say things like that and then leave? Look at my parents in my past, or even me in general. Never shown any interest before. This place makes me wonder about things. Odd things, then tell me what's on your mind. She won't settle for excuses, so I might as well tackle the issue with her interest in modeling and science. See, the thing is, though, we're going to assume modeling out of nowhere. Science is laid out. Okay, if I'm gonna be consistent with the last choice, because, you know, they were splitting up in their separate ways, this one is the conflict of her with science and modeling. So, we're like trying to change the future? Maybe? At least that's what kind of we did in the last one. So if we do that in this one... You like fashion and modeling, I've heard. That's right. I think it suits you. Even if you like science and all things connected to it, fashion modeling is something more to you. These interests are something your parents have nothing to do with, and it's worth pursuing a career. Pursue a career in it for that reason alone. You serious? I'll take that as a yes. No idea you can know so much about me, but I'm too happy to care about that. Thank you, Yukio. I'll take your words into consideration. Alright. Bath and picture frame. Wash tub. Standing toilets. Not exactly a bathtub, but... Hello, pictures. Don't know why, but I keep thinking about a 3-note melody when I see this piano. It's as if I heard it played on it before. Did something move across the hall? Frame? We get to see what's in here. A key in the ash? Feel like I've seen this before. This leads to the upstairs bedroom. Photo here, but I wouldn't touch it. Who knows? If I touch anything I'm not supposed to. Okay. That's the room that... Here. Frame and bathtub. Well, how about this one? Behind the frame, photograph Hideki and Himiko. A field? Children? But I can't see Mark. So I suppose this is in his past, but... Tatsuya? Come on, Hiroshi. Jump! You aren't scared, are you? Is this really Tatsuya? Seems so different. No, of course not. Then why aren't you jumping? I just thought since you're the leader, you would go first. Don't be stupid. Tatsuya offered you to go first, so you better do it. So it is Tatsuya. Why does he act like this? He seems as far as possible from the Tatsuya I know. Jump already, or I'll push you. Demo. 1, 2. Shinji! Come back for a minute, Shinji. Oh, Mom wants something. I'll be right back. Don't jump before that. Are you really the one to decide that? Alright, please don't jump until I return. I'll consider it. I guess we can wait until he gets back. Thanks. But you are going to jump. Gulp. Why is Hiroshi such a cryberry, baby? I'm giving him a chance to be a hero, but all he does is complain. If he wasn't so desperate to get friends that he'll do almost anything, I'd have left him long ago. Suppose I am lucky to have him, in a way. If I didn't have him to do everything in my stead, everyone in school would find out how easily frightened I am. Something like that would ruin my reputation forever. After all, if I'm not Tetsuya the delinquent, then who am I? I see. All he wants is identity that doesn't frame him as a weakling. Caring about others, think so much that he acts like a completely different person. That's his real weakness. Tetsuya, something terrible has happened. Your grandparents, their house burnt down. No! Granny, Grandpa, they okay? Yes, but the house is completely ruined. I have to go to them. Your parents have already left to pick up your grandparents. You gotta stay with my family until they get back. They said they'll be back tomorrow. So believe that Granny and Grandpa are okay, but they'll have a lot of problems now. I have to do everything I can to help them get through this. They've always taken care of me, so now it's my turn to take care of them. I swear it. Where am I now? Tetsuya has to be, but he looks older. Yes, I'll have all the papers for tomorrow. 9:30, was it? Oh yes, he's guilty, but who cares? These cases pay the most, and I have to do my all to give my wife the best life possible. Her salary doesn't quite pay for all her clothes and jewelry. I'm spoiling her? Probably. She deserves it. Sounds like he's a lawyer. That's hardly surprising, seeing as he's good in school. What doesn't make sense is the way he talks about it. He sounds so shallow. As if justice doesn't matter as much as money. That's something I never thought Tetsuya would express. I'll call you back. Bye. Anata, how was your day? Exhausting, but lovely. There's nothing better than getting compliments from the photographer after a photo shoot. Explains a few things. Makes sense that Tetsuya would put Saki before anything else, but why can't she earn enough money herself? She's as bright as they come. I expect nothing less from you. So, what do you think of this place? It looks a lot different with the furniture gone. I love it! But I wouldn't have minded if you allowed the estate agents to leave the furniture. It costs a lot to refurnish. It's our apartment now, and it will be just the way you want it. Pick any furniture you want and I'll buy it for you. Oh, Tetsuya, what would I do without you? I know what you wouldn't do. Follow your dream of being a model. Until you get big in the fashion industry, I'll have to carry you on my shoulders. I hate my job. I hate taking cases for criminal scumbags just to earn money. But it's worth it in the end, because that lovely smile says you're happier than ever. Damn, I think I'm getting teary-eyed. Please let me get out of here before I start thinking about my own future. Sucker crime. What? Did I say it like that? I'm back again. Good. Tetsuya's past, possible future. Take this surprisingly well. Aren't you bothered by these visions? I have more pressing matters to attend to, which is why I don't understand why you asked me to look for photos. I told you they'll make you see who she really is. Hopefully. Another photo to find. An empty bath. I've been worried sick about you, really? Running around all alone and big in the old house? Really carrying makes himself out to be perhaps a facade in order to make others like him more. Tell me, how old is your child? Excuse me? Sorry, it's funny whether you were asked that now of all times. You never cared about my past before, but I suppose I could tell you. Well, living back in the countryside, I was a bit of a delinquent. Not proud of the way I treated others because of my own insecurities. But all that changed when my grandparents' house burned down. Me and my parents moved to my grandparents since they didn't want to leave the town they had lived in over 50 years. But they couldn't afford to buy a new house, so we all bought one together. We've lived there ever since. Being close to my grandparents is the best thing that ever happened to me. They made me embrace who I am and taught me to not be afraid of being afraid. It's just another human emotion, after all. If it weren't for them, I don't think I would have found my dream of working with elderly care. Dreaming of something that is so uncommon nowadays that he has to tell the truth. It's even more convincing when his story adds up to the past I saw. But I do wonder if he cares about others a bit too much. If he continues to put others before himself, he might never reach his dream, but become a lawyer for Saki's sake or something like that. Perhaps I should tell him to care about himself more. Well, we're already on the route to change everything, so... we're gonna tell him. It's great that you care about others, but there's a limit to everything. If you always put others before yourself, perhaps you'll never reach your dream. Why not? My dream is caring about others, after all. But if you were together with Saki, she asked you to do something that earns more money, would you really stick with your dream? Be together with Saki? No, I wouldn't stick with my dream if she needed money. Caring too much about others that I put myself aside is something I should contemplate a bit more. Thank you for telling me. You're a good friend, Yukio. I don't know about that. Not really sure why I'm doing this, but if it helps Tetsuya, I suppose it's a decent waste of time. I just hope I don't waste too much and put us all in danger. Alright, bathtub. It's gotta be upstairs. Maybe here. There is another one. Top right. Here. I saw a little after image right there. Thought this tub was empty, but I found a photo at the bottom. Hideki and Kyoko. Had to be in someone's past, but whose? Reckon those two anyway. That's definitely Reina and her dad. Isn't the weather great, Reina? It's amazing. I'm so glad there's no school today. Dad, something wrong? No. I was just thinking about running. That's right. He's an even bigger jock than Reina. You mean you want to run now? Yes. Then do that. I can't leave you alone now, can I? I'll run with you, silly. You can't keep up with me. You're a girl. What did you just say? Of course I'm a girl. What's that got to do with running? If I had a son, I could take him running any day, and he would be able to keep up with me. Are you saying that? You wish I were a boy? No. I read some of my words came out wrong. Forget that I said anything. I'll never be able to forget that. It hurts. But I'll prove him wrong. I'll show him that I'm even better than a son. He can run as much as he wants to, but I'll keep up with him. Always. No! I'll even be ahead of him. Dad, I have something important to tell you. Huh? I hate to go shopping with Mom, Fumiko, and Yuko on Sundays. What's that all of a sudden? Instead of shopping, I want to be with you. We can go to sports center, run to the park, just stay home watching soccer, baseball, the foosball on the TV. I love sports, but I hate all the things Mom does with Fumiko and Yuko. So I want to spend more time with you and do sports. Your mother will be very disappointed when she hears that. That's why we have to convince her. We'll race back home, and if I get there first, you have to promise to let me do all the sports I want to. Always. Sure one of a kind, Reina. Can't deny a request from you. Alright then. See you home, Dad. I've probably lost already. So this was Reina when Reina really got into sports. I had a feeling she made a deal of some sort with her dad. Probably hasn't thought about having a son ever since this moment. No rest for the weary. No genre, reality. I'm in school, future or past. Everyone's here except for Reina and Michiko. It's possible safe I've already experienced this, so if... That's me. Awkward. Sure we go home? She says she would come back, so we should wait for her. You can all leave if you want to. I'll wait for her. Me too. Ah, my voice. It's never nice hearing your own voice, is it? Oh my god, the very first time you start doing YouTube and streaming? I hate those videos. Shut up, J-Pop. You're an idiot. Have a little more confidence. Whoa, wait. She's bound to get back any minutes. How are you? What did the doctor say? And the student counselor. I have bad news. And other news. My leg is too messed up. They gotta amputate. Which means I can never do gymnastics again. But gymnastics are everything. She can't live without it. Before you say anything, yes, I can do other sports, but not for a while. Stupid accident. It's impressive you can even walk after. It's only been a week since you fell. I'm not done yet. Now that my career as a professional gymnast hasn't even begun, I have two options. Try another sports career, or look for something else. Just go for another sport. You're good at all of them. I'm not done yet. Talking to my parents and the student council, I've decided to try something different. It will be trying, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. I'm gonna be a cop. There will be a talk with one of the local officers at the community center on May 18th. It's tomorrow. They just say tomorrow, not a date. I know, but Yukio's been nagging me about being specific with dates for some reason, and he'll never shut up if I don't listen to him. Reina, you sure you're okay with this? I mean, gymnastics is your everything. I'm fine, really. Believe it or not, I've always had the police career as a backup plan. Professional athletes don't work for too long, after all, so they need to do something to fall back on when they're too old for sports. Might as well go for a police thing for the start. You're the best officer in town. I know. Ruined leg or not, I'm gonna do what I feel like doing. That goes for now and forever. Tadaima! Should probably go talk to Reina. Perhaps I should warn her about that accident. She did seem okay with becoming a police officer, but you never know. So you have found 3 photos? Yes, although I can't say I'm closer to the answer of who she really is. Can't you tell me who she is? So that I can at least guess who she really is? Would you believe me if I told you? Considering I've been fine with everything up until now, I would say I'm inclined to believe you. If you don't find out who she is through the next photo, I'll tell you. The next photo is hidden in a vase. Save? Well, I know what the vase is. But first... Marty! Swat! When you get cold chicken is what causes you to get into that accident in the future. Where have you been? Trying to find a good place to scare us? You out of luck? None of this place seems to scare me. Finding photos that make you look into other people's past and futures. Then we'll see. You want to be a police officer? Huh? You're away for so long on your own that when you come back you ask that? You're weirder than usual. Yes or no? And you're persistent. Now that you mention, I've had thoughts on pursuing a career like that. If I for some reason can't be a professional gymnast, that is. Who would ever say no to having me on their team? You may not be able to do gymnastics for other reasons. Like, you can get injured. As if the only way I get badly hurt is a car accident. But I either ride my bike or run everywhere. I don't get close to cars. That's a lie, but I let it slip. Let's pretend you get badly hurt, cannot become a gymnast. Would you really be fine with becoming a cop instead? It's difficult to say, since I've never thought seriously about a future without gymnastics. But I suppose I would be fine. Why do you ask? It's not as if you actually care about me this much. The only one person you really care about in this group, and we both know who that is. We're not talking about that now. Tell me why you brought up this police thing. I could either wonder about the accident or not. It's risky to try to manipulate the future too much. Who knows what can happen if I warn her. Besides, she doesn't seem to mind becoming a police officer if she can make it into that education it is. We're changing everyone's fate. Warn her. You have to promise me not to do gymnastics between the 9th and the 17th of May. Are you crazy? I can't skip practice for that long. It's only a week next year. I won't nag on you ever again after that. But that's our senior year. It's also the beginning of the season, so I don't think it matters much if you miss it for a week. It's easy for you to say. You'll never be the head of a club and you want to break your leg and never be able to do gymnastics again? If so, I won't bother you anymore. You've seen something, haven't you? Or heard, or sensed. This old place has done something to your mumbo-jumbo, hasn't it? She's clever, in a weird way. Then again, she's one of the 4 people in the world who knows about my abilities. Oh, she now knows too? I thought it was just... Never mind. If Haru hadn't pushed me to reveal it, I would have never done it. Oh, okay. Will you take my advice or not? Hate to admit it, but I almost believe you. I mean, it isn't like you to worry about me. Either this place has made you crazy, or you know what will happen if I practice on those dates. It's probably a mix of both. Still, It's best to be on the safe side regarding this. It's about my dream, after all. You can sleep well tonight, knowing that I'll do as you say. I almost can't believe it. For once, she actually listens to me. Perhaps the mansion has gotten to her as well. I suppose I'll have to wait and see if she runs around screaming gibberish to know for sure. Alright, one more photograph. Something's in this vase. Next photo, Hideki and Inori. Can't be a coincidence that the name Hideki is on every photo. If I didn't know better, I'd say it's the same person, although none of them look the same. Perhaps he was using some sort of filter, but it's Hideki and some new girl. Cause, sadly, he's the joke of, I love high school girls. I keep getting older, they stay the same age. Ugh. Here we go again. Who is it this time? Haru. I don't know why. It feels much more real to be in Haru's past than the others. Hopefully he won't experience anything too bad now. If he doesn't, I'm not sure if I could take it. But seeing him like this makes me nostalgic. Sure would be nice to be a child again. Hey, Haru! Oh no, that's... You shouldn't run like that, Haru. It's very rude to not stop and greet someone who's talking to you. Please stop. I can't watch this. Yeah, but I realized I got something very important when I get home, so... That's the worst excuse I ever heard of. You're gonna run away, at least try to do it in a way that doesn't portray you as a complete loser. Possible after what happened today. True. It's a very bad result, wasn't it? But did you say something? I came in second. That's a very good result. Second? If you're not first, you're last. Whatever controls this, please cut this vision short. I can't stand witnessing this. If this goes on for much longer, I'm gonna crush those bastards. Oh, bad ending! Let me kill them, like Blank Dream. How can second not be a good result? Even the Annie medal is great. Then why weren't your parents there to congratulate you? No, stop! I have to do something. Don't listen to them, Haru. They're only trying to bring you down because they feel threatened by you. I know your parents probably weren't there to congratulate you, but I most certainly was there. No matter what anyone else says, you did great! Of course my words fall to deaf ears, it's only illusion. My parents were at Toya Kendo tournament. What a surprise! That has never happened before, has it? It's the reason why they always pick your brother over you. They know that you can never be as good as him, so they don't waste their time on you. Everyone in our class knows that you're hopeless when it comes to sports. Guess it sucks being the middle child. Except everybody came to my sports, cause the other nerds didn't do shit. Donut, zero, take that. Sure bother with anything. No matter what you do, Toya will always be better than you. I know that. I've known that my entire life. No matter what I do, I can't beat Toya at anything. If I place well in something like that, I wanted the chess tournament. Everyone will praise Toya for cutting his nails more perfectly than me. I already know that. Why does everyone keep rubbing it in my face? Let me go. Let me go home. Let me go home, you so whiny, Haru. I wish you'd just shut up. If you hurt him, I'll kill you. That's it. Beat you to a pulp like I did back then. My hand went right through him. Right, it's just an image from the past. It's already happened. There's nothing I can do to change it. I'm sorry, Haru. This is fun. You want to try Yamaguchi? No, thanks. How about you, Takahashi? Sure. I'll beat him back in black and blue if you want to. Go for it. No, Takahashi, please. Nothing personal. I just like beating people up. We should get out of here before anyone sees us. You've got a bit too far this time, Takahashi. He doesn't have an injury that a doctor can't fix. I deserve this, don't I? Because I'm not as good at sports as Toya. Because I'm too weak to fight back against some stupid bullies. Because I don't have a world record like my older brother. I have to deserve it. Otherwise, it wouldn't be happening. Look. Asian A plus perfect Asian A plus perfect everything is not good. It's not good. Now, strong habits, encouragement, some structure, absolutely. But like, if you're not the best, you're worthless is that's not right. And kids should not feel that way. They should never think that way. Is it your fault? You never done anything wrong, ever. Sorry it took me so long to realize what was going on. I was a bad friend back then, wasn't I? If I had been any good, I would have understood that the entire class was against Haru. All because of Toya. Something like that should have been obvious, shouldn't it? We're on our street, so why is Haru just sitting there? There's no reason to be outside, the house between ours. I'm a jerk, right? After what I did. I should have seen him long ago. For me to storm out like that, not saying a word. If he didn't hate me then, he has to hate me now. After all this time I've ignored him in school. Doesn't even know that I'm moving. Moving? I didn't expect to see you here. What are you doing? Contemplating life. Sounds unnecessarily heavy. That's how it is. I take it you haven't talked with him? No, I was about to visit him now, but can't bring myself to knock on the door. Then just walk right in. You know what I mean. Don't talk about me. So, why doesn't Haru want to see me? He's never had problems visiting my place before. You should know that I'm on Yukio's side. I've known that all along. Therefore, I want to give you a good kick to make sure you get off that bench and go see him. I can't. What do I even say after ignoring him for months? We've seen each other almost every day since we were 4 years old, but now I've locked him out of my life. Such treachery shouldn't be forgiven. Come on, don't be so melodramatic. Just tell him you're sorry. It's not enough. Even if he forgives me, which I doubt, he'll get furious with me for not telling him that I'm moving. Yukio, furious? We think about the same person? Why can't you understand how difficult this is for me? Take it easy. I know about this more than you think. I've been friends with the both of you for ages. So what? Yukio doesn't know that you've gotten into that university? Is that supposed to be a problem? Yes! So Haru's moving because he has to study somewhere else? I don't like it, but accept it. You don't have to worry about telling me. What's bothering me is him ignoring me. Why did he do that? Yukio may be clingy, but he isn't a moron. If you have to move to study, you'll be fine with it. But I haven't talked with him in months. How can he possibly react positively at anything I say after all this time? First of all, I've talked with him and told him that you're an idiot who doesn't know your own good. He hasn't said anything to me, but I think my words have hit the spot. Secondly, he can see that you still care. Nani? You're still wearing that whatever it's so around your neck. That's right, in spite of everything, I've never removed my friendship charm. Maybe it's just a habit. Maybe it's my subconsciousness telling me something. What is that thing anyway? Never gotten a clear explanation. It's a metal charm Yukio made for me when we were 10. He had given me many charms before that, but he said he wanted to make something more permanent, so he had his mother help him carve a so-called friendship charm into a metal piece. Apparently, it was so much fun that he made one for himself. Since we both have one, we became sort of proof of our friendship. That sounds silly, doesn't it? Sounds just like you two. Well, I won't nag you any longer since I have to practice to attend. So you do what you have to if you're up for it. See you later. Am I up for it? I have to be. Yukio mustered up a lot of courage to tell me, after all. He deserves to know everything. Told him? Told him what? No, don't hit it now. I have to know. Haru! Haru! What'd I say? What made Haru reject me? Answer, damn it! Did you see anything about her? I don't have time for you. Get out of my way. Nani? I have to speak with Haru. Calm down. There are more important matters to attend to. As you wish. Go talk to Haru. Haru, I'll love you no matter how far you go. My love for you will carry on. Haru! Yo, Yukio, where have you been? I can't say anything. I expect. Can't just ask him what I told, since it hasn't happened yet. If it ever happens, it's before Hato gets accepted into university. Besides, if I never tell him anything that can be considered a big surprise, he'll never ignore me. All I have to do is suppress all my feelings. Yukio, you alright? Yes. Not very convincing. If you've seen or heard or sensed something, you were acting strange this morning, so it wouldn't surprise me if you had some experiences. I can't lie to him, but I don't want to drag him into this. The only option is to carefully select part of the truth. I was thinking about unpleasant things of the past. You mean No. That's way behind us, isn't it? Yeah. Instead, it's about you. Me? Tread carefully. Never told him that I was the one who ended the bullying. Nor am I planning to tell him. Should I ever do that? I'll tell him everything? You've had a lot of difficulties with Toya stealing your spotlight. I just want you to get the praise you deserve for once. That's easy to say, but hard to accomplish. In all honesty, I've given up on that. Which you shouldn't have. So what do you suggest I do? Finally get acknowledged for my achievements? Beat Toya in academics? No, but see, Toya did sports. He got second place in sports. This one's a little harder to dissect. He's going to a university. So, we could encourage him going to the university. But he was brought down because of being second place in an athletic event. So I think to be consistent with what we've been doing, this is what we want to do. So we're gonna go with this one. You should beat Toya where it hurts the most, in sports. This song has kind of dragged on the back of my mind. I've thought about that. I'll tell you what, if Zero beat me in wrestling, if he beat me at Street Fighter, I might just end it all. I'm kidding. If Zero beat me in Pinball, I kill him. I've done nothing but try that my entire life. Thus far, it hasn't worked out well. And you know that I hate any kind of competition because of it. You just have to try harder. I take that back. We have to try harder. We? You didn't seriously think I would leave you hanging now, did you? Appreciate the support, but I don't understand how you can help. It's more fun to work out together, isn't it? Not to mention that I'll be your moral support. I'll be there for every one of your practices and matches in any sport you want to beat Toya in. Even if you win, but don't get acknowledged for it, I'll personally beat up Toya and tell your parents a few things about treating their children equally. Yes, treat your children equally, but we know that there's a favorite. We clearly know in mine, I'm not the favorite. Yukio. It may sound stupid that I would beat up Toya, but I really would. I know that Toya is fit and all, but is he really as strong as me? It's questionable. Even if he is, I got a few psychic cards and charms up my sleeve. This is the first time you used the word psychic on yourself. Thank you. I really mean it. With your help, I'm sure I could beat Toya somehow. Zero did beat me. The only time he's ever beaten me in our lives. Live on stream. The only time. And it was by a handful of points. The most minuscule amount of points he finally did one time. That was like destiny though. You ever took my world record from him? I'd kill him. Are you done now? If so, come with me. I take it you didn't see anything about her. No, it was all about Haru. Then I owe you to reveal who she is. She's Michiko. That's hardly surprising. I can feel that there's something wrong with her, even more now than before. Question is why she's important. You don't know any of the history of the mansion, do you? In order to prevent you from doing anything rash, I will point you towards the next photo. It lies in a wooden box. Let's hope this photo will reveal what you need to know about Michiko. In a wooden box. Forgot to ask why someone named Hideki is in every photo. When you think about it, why do I get this feeling that I already know that Hideki is connected to this place? Well, that will have to wait until later. I have another photo to find. In a wooden box, was it? I'm a little skeptical saving here, so I'm gonna save here. And the winning on the bonus was super epic, like, because I saw that the points were short when he lost, and I forgot about the bonuses, and it just barely put him over. And see, that is like a stream destiny type of thing. Like, that wasn't about, you know, it gave him one time ever in the best epic way. Like, I am not mad. I'm happy that it went down that way. It couldn't have gone down any other way. Wooden box. There's a bunch of wooden boxes over here. Hideki and Lily, 1996. Am I imagining? Or is Lily's dress familiar? It was from that fashion. What's it called? Lolita fashion? I'm sure I've seen this particular dress before. Where am I? A summoning circle? Wait, I've seen this book before. In fact, the entire room is familiar. That's the girl in the photo, Lily. Now that I see it with my own eyes, I'm certain that I've seen her dress before, but where? Saki was going through a pile of clothes in a drawer in the mansion, and the dress that was part of the pile in that dream that I had. In this room. This is where It's her! Kawamura Ayame. You can come out now, dear friend. I need your help to channel the remaining youth. We don't have a lot of youth left, do we? I thought as much. Then please help me take on a new shape so that I can go on the next hunt. It's only so much fun to spend 19 years without killing someone. Michiko, it all makes sense now. I can't even bother being surprised since I somehow knew her from the start. Ah, such a nice new form. What should I call her? Iwata Michiko. Yes, Iwata Michiko, an ordinary schoolgirl. This is perfect. I haven't been in a school environment for some time, so this will be a nice breath of fresh air. I'm so excited that I've already made a plan. I'll go to school, get into an existing group of friends, gain their trust in the year I have left of youth, and then I'll take them back here and... Oh, I can see it before my eyes. All the blood and suffering. We will be quite full of youth and power, my dear friend. I couldn't have said it better myself, dear friend. Now, I will leave. See you in a year. I finally understand what's going on, or most of it. At least the more time passes, the more I understand. No, remember, these visions slowly awaken my memories. I'm home? Skippy, right? I'm supposed to see Michiko's future. There's no way I would let her into my house, unless she forces her way in. This isn't the future. No. No. That's the young me, which can only mean that this is... Tadaiba. No! Okari Oto-san, how did the interview go? I didn't expect to see you home this early, Ichiro. Is that supposed to be a hint of some sort? No, not at all. Tell me how'd the interview go. Ichiro? Please, I don't want to see this. Whatever it is that controls these visions, let me out of here! That damn bastard didn't even want to have the interview, because I look too shabby. Can you believe that? Ichiro, my love, have you been drinking again? You reek of alcohol. Did you say something, woman? No, of course not. Me, it sounded like you looking down on me. You don't think I'm good enough to take care of this family. I'd never say that. You were thinking it. Yeah. Someone, anyone, don't let me experience this again. It was bad enough the first time. Ichiro, my love, why are you... Shut up, woman. You can see how you're judging me. You're just like everyone else. All you stuck-up good-for-nothing narcissists think you're better than me because I don't have a job anymore. But I don't have a job either. I don't have any reason to look down on you. I said shut up! Yamete! Stop! Yukio, I can understand why you're taking anger out on me, but you're not allowed to hurt our son. When will you learn that you're supposed to shut up? Stop! Yamete! Stop! Stop! Dad, stop hurting her. Run, Yukio. Mom! Knocked her out. Why'd you do this to Mom? It's grown-up business, son. You get very bad karma from this. But if you apologize, you could go to the shrine and beg the gods to forgive you. Mama's taught me how to talk to them, so I could do that for you. You little shit. If I had known I would get a son like you, would have never married that woman. You psychic freaks, both of you. Damn it, just stop! Stop! Yeah, look, if you have failures and verbally, physically, take it out on the loved ones around you, get some help. You need some help. Why are all the horror games I'm dealing with, I need to say, people like that need help? Why'd I see that? Has nothing to do with Michiko. Nothing that scene was helpful for figuring out what to do with her. All it did was tear up my scars. Tear up my scars. What's wrong? Why'd the visions go from my Ayame turning into Michiko to my past? It did? I have no idea how all this works. All I know is what the other spirits told me before they disappeared. They told me there were photos. The photos were where the photos were, and that someone with supernatural abilities could use them as catalysts to see Michiko's past. Through that vision, we can find Hideki's grave. Every photo has had Hideki in it. I assume that I remember now. Ayame's boyfriend was named Hideki. She tortured and killed him. So you remember that you've been here before. I have. Does that mean that the dream I had this morning wasn't a dream? Did it all really happen? If you dreamt about being here and Mark dying, then yes. So Mark died and then we killed Michiko, or Ayame. But then, something must have happened since both Mark and Michiko are here. You are surprisingly composed after everything you've been through, especially after the latest vision, which seemed to go at you pretty hard. I don't have much choice but to stay focused when there's a crazy murdering witch in our group. If I don't do anything, someone will die. Not to mention that everything that makes me forget the vision of the past is somewhat of a relief. Even Michiko's true nature is a relief in that sense. It's true that time is running short. Perhaps you already remember some of this, but it's best to tell you anyway. The Kawamura family, the owners of this place, were murdered here in 1876. The killer was never found. In 1950, 6 teenagers were found in the attic, murdered. The public believes that those are all the murders that have taken place here. only because they've been the only ones witnessed somehow. In reality, murders take place here every 20th year. Mostly the victims come from different parts of Japan and are lured here. Since most victims have been from out of town, no one has suspected this place to be the grave of so many teenagers. Ayami has killed them all in order to take their youth and remain young herself. The youth runs out every 20th year, so she has to kill 6 more teenagers in order to remain young, but with a different appearance. She has to kill them here, since this is the base of her power. The mansion being a magical center also means that the spirits can linger. All the spirits of the victims she has killed have been gathering strength themselves, from the sheer number of souls trapped here. They were waiting for the right time to use their power, in order to help someone with your abilities to put an end to Ayame for good. Because as far as I know, from what they told me, what you did last time you were here wasn't enough. So the spirit used her power to send us back in time in order to get rid of her once and for all. Exactly. They all disappeared after that, with the powerless me left to guide you. Powerless? Does that mean you haven't had time to gather any power? Sure, calm and collected despite everything. Mark? Yes, it's me. I thought you would figure it out at some point. I didn't figure that out. I'm so sorry, Mark. I'm sorry we let you die. There was nothing you could do at that time. That's why we're both here, so that you could save Mark this time. What am I supposed to do to end Michiko forever? You have to find the base of her power, the place where she goes to meditate after she absorbs youth. You have to destroy her there and remove the demon's circle in her room. She should be gone for good. At least, that's what the other spirits told me. None of them knew where this place is. No, she used her powers to conceal it. But the other spirits thought that someone with your abilities would be able to see through her illusion by looking into the past. So they used their powers to bind visions of the past to photos of Ayame's different forms. According to them, she took pictures of her most precious victims. Such things are powerful enough to use as catalysts. You only have one photo left to try. If that doesn't work, we have to find another way to learn of her secret room. It has to work. If not, Michiko will begin her killing spree. Then you have to hurry. The last photo is hidden in a room with the ashes of Ayame's teenaged victims. The hidden room with ashes. I remember, we opened it with the piano, right? Sounds about right. Now off you go. Can't afford to waste time. And we already found it by accident. Oh, this side. Found it! Photo of Michiko and the former principal, Honda Hideki. It all makes sense now. The principal disappeared shortly after Michiko came to our school. Judging by how they're posing this photo, it's obvious they were more than acquaintances or even friends. It's the same as the previous photos. Does this mean that Ayame's been seducing men with the name of Hideki ever since the first Hideki died? If so, for what reason? Perhaps I'll get the answer now. What was that? Now down you go, Mr. Principal. You've probably broken a few more bones now, haven't you? Not that it matters. You're dead anyway. But you can't have broken as many bones as Hideki. I made sure to break all of them. He had to suffer as much as possible. Still, to go a bit overboard, didn't I? I didn't mean to burn his body. No matter how much I hated looking at him, I didn't want his body ruined. I wanted it buried someplace where I could talk to him, torment him even beyond death. Dance on his grave and brag about how youth and beauty will be mine, forever mine. You devil. Well, what's done is done. My collection will have to suffice. There's a ladder here, which means there's a basement. That has to be where she recovers her powers. I'll memorize this location. All I have to do is lure Michiko down here and kill her. Something I never thought I would do, but if it means we'll be safe, I don't have a choice. She isn't even human any longer, so it doesn't really matter. Even if she was human, If she was ever going to hurt him, to what end would I go to protect him? Haru. Huh? In my room? Don't tell me. Guess who's come here to congratulate you? I don't think he has to guess when I'm standing here. Don't be such a spoiled sport. Just saying. If you're spoiled sport or the birthday boy wants to eat something, I'll have the cake ready about half an hour. You boys have fun until then. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Tanjobi omedetou. A thank you is customary, you know? Sorry. Thanks. When he seems from off, did he even say anything to your mom? I don't like this, not one bit. Never here around me can only mean one thing, right? I was reminiscing about our past, that's all. That's right, we've been friends for 14 years now. Today will be our anniversary. Today being our anniversary and all. Still remember when my parents dragged me here on your 4th birthday party. I was really grumpy at first, but as soon as I got here, my mood swung around. As if I knew from the first look at your family that you were going to be a big part of my life. But I should be talking about myself now. Instead, I want to give you a present. Wait, don't. Why? There's something I have to tell you. Or 2 things, rather. Actually. No. No. It's almost as bad as the vision of my past. I can't handle this. Alright then, but you should know that you ruined the festive mood. It wasn't really there to begin with. Anyway, what I was reminiscing about wasn't really a happy part of our past. It's about those really tough years. Shouldn't be thinking about that today. Even if you do, you have to remember that your dad is never allowed to get near either of you again. He can't hurt you anymore. Once you think about him, but about you, me. Cease to stop now. For all these years, you thought that I haven't known about the bullying, and I didn't for quite some time. Everyone in class, including you, were masters at hiding it from me. Afterwards, I realized that everyone was scared of how I was going to react when I found out, which they had all right to be. Because the truth is, I was the one who ended the bullying. Shut up, you idiot! You're so stupid! We're gonna ruin everything! You ended it? Yes. It happened when I was following you home after one of your kendo matches. That time when I forgot my bag, I tried to go ahead without me. I never told you, but I realized I never brought my bag in the first place. I hurried back to catch up with you. Then I saw them. Morinaga, Yamaguchi, and Takahashi. They were beating you up badly. I felt so stupid for not realizing where all your bruises had come from when you never injure yourself in sports, like you said you did. The sight made me unable to move for ages. When they finally let you leave, I regained my senses. In fact, I nearly exploded in rage. As soon as you were out of sight, went up to them, beat them. Badly. Really, really badly. So much that when Morinaga had to stay home for school for a week. You were the one who did that? Yes. I wish I'd done it sooner. Ever since your father, you hated any type of conflict. You're as much of a chicken as me when it comes to that. I agree with him. Agree with him and shut up already. It's true in most cases, but not when it comes to you. What do you mean? Can't have missed how protective I am of you. Of course not. Or even calls you obsessive. Perhaps I am. There's a good reason for that. Oh, come on, say it! I've had enough. I can't sit listening to this madness anymore. Why are you crying? With the power granted by the Shinto gods, I dispel this illusion? It's over? What a relief. I can't believe that. In any kind of alternative future, we'll tell Haru. After all, I promised myself that if I ever told him about the bullying, I'll tell him everything. Well, there's no time to be thinking about that. I'll make sure that the ladder to the basement is still intact, and then I have a witch to face. What illusion? I am really intrigued. So you finally found out where my hiding place is. It's quite embarrassing having someone know about it. In a way, it's as if you peeped into my bedroom. Not very gentlemanly of you. How do you know what I've been up to? Oh, please. Do you really think that someone as powerful as me would not notice that the time veil has been ripped by some bothersome spirits? I too have seen the visions. I too remember our past. You cannot win this time. We'll see about that. The power granted by the Shinto gods, I dispel you, demon. How sweet that you believe you can dispel me with only one half-powerless charm. Even if you hadn't wasted most of its power by dispelling the visions of your future, one charm wouldn't be enough to get rid of me. I messed up? So my reluctance to be honest with Haru finally got the better of me? I suppose this is karma. Shame that I realize that now when it's too late. Michiko's already done something to me. I can't move. If I make it out of this alive, I'll have to face my fears to make up for this mistake. But as it seems now, I don't stand a chance. Now that your charm is so weak, it's almost as if it doesn't exist. Therefore, I could basically do whatever I want with you. I don't know if you remember, I planned to kill you in the chronological order of your birthdays, starting with Mark. Well, now that you've ignored me so much, I'm willing to change my plans. For the first time ever. Instead of killing you off chronologically, I'll start from the back. Which means... no! Of course you would react as soon as something risks happening to your dear Haru. But that's not the best part. Instead of killing him with my own hands, I'll have you kill him. Never! Sadly for you, you don't have much of a choice. Take this knife to be your death scythe. Now, you will obey my every order. Yes! Yes. You will atone for your past sins of killing me by helping me accomplish my goals. Yes. You will willingly walk into your own painful death. Yes. You will kill Haru. No! No! You can't make... should we say yes, chat? No! No! I would never kill him. Not Haru. My mind has returned now, hasn't it? I can't let her know. I'll play obedient until she at least expects it, and then I'll kill her. Yes. As obedient as a dog. Now, let's carry out the task at hand. I'll kill him, and I'll take care of the other ones when you're done. You're back, did you? Yuko, you alright? You seem very serious. I'm not alright. Huh? I barely hear you when you're whispering. Whatever you do, stay away from Michiko. As long as you stick with the others and have your charm, you should be safe, but don't take any risks. Okay, but I don't know why you're telling me this. I will soon run away when I do. Michiko will most likely follow me. If she does, you go with her. If she for some reason doesn't, you have to bring her to the storage room next to the kitchen. Go down the ladder in there. What, if you lost your mind? Well, then I'll talk about that. Just do what I told you. Alright. Here we go. You damn brat! If you want your revenge, you better find me. I have to find the ladder in the basement before Michiko gets here. I found it! There's a hatch here. Found it. I hope that Michiko will follow me. So this is where she keeps every Hideki she's met throughout the years. I bet their spirits help her regain her youth somehow. Maybe that's the pact she made with the demon. Perhaps she's supposed to bring one bearing the same name as the one who betrayed her for the demon to maintain its power, and therefore let Ayame keep her powers. After all, it's obvious that she wasn't born with this much power. She could only get this strong with otherworldly help. But I can't help dwell on that now. I have to prepare before... Now, Yukio, would you please explain to your friends why you stabbed me? Damn it, thought a little more time. Now I have to act without a plan. There's no need to explain anything. The hell do you mean? You stabbed Michiko! Even if I tell them the truth, they can't possibly believe me, and Michiko would kill us all. Who knows what killing us here in the hub of her power means for future victims. We probably only had a few minutes left. Unless I somehow managed to kill her. How did I do it last time, when we failed to save Mark? Haru, I won't listen to a word you say till you've explained what's going on. You won't believe me anyway. Please, Haru, you know me. Have I ever lied to you or done anything to harm you? No, but it has nothing to do with you hurting Michiko. If you come over here, I'll explain everything. All of you will understand. Don't be stupid, as if Haru would willingly go to someone clearly as insane as you. Haru, don't listen to Yukio. He's probably been trying to lure you in so he can stab you as well. Yeah, you shouldn't believe a word that crazy person says. You should subdue him when we still have the chance. You said it. Haru, please, come over here. I need you. I need his charm, but I can't possibly say it out loud or Michiko will discover my plan. Luckily, thus far, she seems to think that I just want Haru to trust me for the sake of trust. This is only a game for Michiko. That's why she watches, without being afraid, so she's certain that she's going to win. Please put down the knife so we know that you can't hurt anyone again. Yes, do that, Yukio. I'm afraid I can't. It's the only protection I have. Haru, we can't wait any longer or she wins. Please, come here! You can't be serious. If you lost your mind, if he kills you, it's your own fault. I don't know about you, but I trust Yukio before Michiko any day. Whatever she's done has to be very serious for him to do something like this. Yukio, you better not have lost your mind, you hear me? I don't think my mind's ever been this clear before. What are you? My charm. Why did you take that? No. What do you say now, witch? I have 2 charms. One may be weakened, but so are you. I would say that's good enough to destroy you for good. No! You won't get away with this, you psychic freak. That line doesn't work on me any longer. I'll kill you! Nani? I can't move! Hurry up! Dispel her while I hold her down! You don't have to say that twice. The power granted by the Shinto gods. I dispel you, demon. No! She's gone. She's actually gone. For good. You did it! Surprisingly proud of you. Appears if your exorcism combined with the lack of Ayami's presence makes me weaker. I'll fade away. That's for the better, isn't it? Sure is. Promise me that you'll look after me. The Mark's still alive. Can't promise that, but I'm sure there's no need to worry since he can look after himself. I know myself. I suppose you're right. Thank you. I can happily disappear to whatever fate awaits me now. No, thank you for aiding me, and goodbye. Is it just me, or did that really happen? I mean, Michiko turned into a disgusting mummy? Then I saw it too. And Yukio was talking to air. What a dramatic conclusion. How can you be so calm after what we just saw? It was insane. It's honestly pretty terrifying, but awesome. I would like to know the full story of Yukio, the surprise hero. Somewhere else, please. I'll tell you about it as soon as I've gotten rid of something in Ayami's bedroom. With Ayami gone, you should be able to head outside. We couldn't do that earlier? Just go. I'll meet you at the gate. Are you sure you're... Wait, I take that back. You've proved to me that you can do anything, so there's no need for me to worry about you, is there? Just go already. Tap him on the butt. Give him the butt love tap. So you're saying that Michiko was Kawamura Ayame, a witch? Yes. Creates it sounds and makes sense, at least when you think about what we saw. I still can't believe it. All this time she fooled us thinking she was our friend, so that she could take us here and kill us. She was a demon, it's as simple as that. No, a witch, not a demon. It's a big difference. So the thing you took care of on your own was a demon then? Catches on quickly. I must have brainwashed him with my knowledge over the years. I take your silence as a yes. Let me ask you something, Yukio. If you have this knowledge and psychic abilities, why aren't you setting out a path to becoming an exorcist, or something similar at least? It's not like I haven't thought about it. I just never had any confidence in my abilities until now. Dad did his best to bring my confidence down. All my life I've tried to fit in as best as I could and not let my abilities make me stand out too much. I suppress it all, despite knowing that I could have probably done some good with what I have. I'm even more talented than Mom, and she has an invaluable help at the local shrine for many years. My plan has been to get some good enough grades so that I can study something the same university as Haru, but clearing up my bad grades this late would be troublesome. Perhaps you'll forget about it and focus on honing my skills as supernatural You should do what you meant to do. You do like doing it. Don't Don't let your father, keep you down. You're right, Mark. For once. Hey, after today I feel like I give something to the world. At least protect the people I care about on a new level. So you're gonna develop your abilities? I'd be thrilled to study you whilst you... No, Saki, you shouldn't impose on his personal life like that. Hi, Taxes Okari Nasai. Yes, he does. But, how about we all head home for now? I, for one, need to clear my head after everything that's happened. Sounds good to me. Just to make things clear, I won this challenge. Say that again, and I'll have Yukio use his mumbo-jumbo on you. Does that really work like that? Please calm down for once. Those are doors, not eyes. They look like eyes to me. Yes. Hi, how's it going? Fine, I guess. You just get home from the shrine? Pretty much. Really spent a lot of time there. It's more of a second home than a school. It's because it isn't a school. I work there, But it's not as if you're actively working like the others there. You do spend most of the time talking to that old priest. And again, learning more about your powers was the main reason you applied there, wasn't it? It was? How's it gone thus far? Good. According to the priest, I also feel like I'm stronger, so I trust his expertise. You're such a good student. Like you, I presume. I'm not bad, at least. Sure busy nowadays, yeah. A bit bothersome, actually. That's why I'm considering dropping kendo. Why? You've practiced so hard ever since we got back from the mansion. Before he managed to beat Toya in a duel, when both he and my parents acknowledged me, with no reason to push myself to the limit. University is stressful enough, so I don't need too many hobbies to be stressing me out as well. Besides, I want to spend as much time I can with you. I rarely get to see you anymore. You should focus on your studies. Never said I was going to ignore them. All I ever wanted to study was economics, which means that I'm living my dream right now. There's no way I would drop out. We're waiting for it. Yeah, at this point, the way it's gone on, please now kiss. I just want to get there. If only I had been accepted to a good university in Kyoto or some other place. But it was either that or getting better at sports. Choosing the latter wasn't a mistake. Do you remember the look on Toya's face when I beat him? Of course I do. It was very satisfying to see. You said it. Speaking of sports, I ran into Rena yesterday. I literally ran into her. I rushed out of my house because I was late for school. She was out jogging. I would have liked to see that. I bet you would. Rena wasn't too happy though. Neither was I. Have you seen her a lot since graduation? No. Only briefly when she's jogging. She's way too busy with her troupe. Well, she's a professional gymnast now, so that's hardly surprising. I'm glad for her sake that she took my advice and skipped practice those days in May. If not, she might have gotten injured. She's headed for the national team next year, I've heard. Really? Who said that? Rena. So you talked to her? Yes, no. She's always the one who contacts me. She calls every now and then, even visits uninvited sometimes. Why? She's never done that before. I don't know. I do know, but I'm not ready to say anything yet. Especially not when we're still on the topic of Rena. I really still can't believe how she, of all people, figured it out. Let's talk about something else. I feel like you're avoiding the topic, but sure. In fact, I want to ask you about Mark. What about him? Has he contacted you after he moved to America? I get messages from him almost every day. I get them all the time. Never shuts up. Not surprised. You're his idol after what you did at the mansion. It wouldn't surprise me if he creates a character that's inspired by you and puts it in a comic that he's working on. You're a bit of an exorcist after all, so you would fit perfectly into The Night When the Dead Lived. Wouldn't want anything to do with that comic. Because it's a Western comic? Not a manga? No, because it's stupid. Harsh. I'm serious. You shouldn't make anything semi-realistic with supernatural influences. It's too easy to give people a distorted picture of reality with things like that. In other words, you worry that people wouldn't take witches and demons seriously? No, I'm worried they would take it too seriously. We would make another one. You're out of luck because no one hasn't met one themselves believe in them. Besides, you can't claim that you dislike all semi-realistic fiction with supernatural elements. Alright, you win. Say that to Mark. He needs all the support he he can get after he and Reina broke up. I don't think that he's heartbroken. Even if he is, I'm not the right person to support him. Suppose you're right. Tatsuya and Saki and I are probably do a much better job than you ever could. Especially since I know Mark isn't your favorite person. People love the demon lords in animes, especially when they're in another world and they work at McDonald's. I haven't seen that anime, but that's one of them, right? Anyway, I was meaning to tell you that Tatsuya and Saki will be back from Tokyo next month. I was thinking about if we and Reina could do something together. Why not? I haven't talked to either Tatsuya or Saki since graduation. Really? I can tell you about them if you want to. Go ahead. First of all, Saki didn't apply to any schools. She's serious about becoming a model. Good for her. Can't help but feel that was sarcastically said. It wasn't? Okay, good then. In all honesty though, I don't know what Saki's thinking with this. She's always been set on becoming a scientist. If her parents didn't pay for her, she wouldn't be able to provide for herself in Tokyo by trying out modeling alone. I know that she dreams of becoming a model, but it's a very uncertain industry to get into. She makes it, then good. She doesn't, well, we'll never know what happens if she doesn't try. It's true. I suppose I'm no place to judge someone else's dreams. As long as Saki's happy, I'm fine. What about Tetsuya? He's sharing an apartment with his girlfriend, so I suppose he's alright. They could be fighting all the time, for all you know. We're talking about Tetsuya and Saki. They would never fight. Even if they would, they'd solve it in minutes. I suppose that's true. Anyway, Tetsuya's doing great. He's studying to get into elderly care. Not surprised. It was his dream after all. Which is why I'm glad that he chose that path. It may not give him fame and fortune, but those things do not matter as long as he's happy. You sure focus on a lot of happiness. Which I should. Life isn't worth a lot if you aren't happy. I've understood that a lot better after everything that happened at the mansion. Being in that situation, I realized what is really important. Friends in all their glory, but some friends are closer and more important than others, aren't they? I think it's time. Haru made a great opening to the subject. If I wait much longer, I wouldn't be able to say anything. I have to come clean. I know about the bullying. It took way too long for me to find out, but when I did, I stopped it at once. A bit too violently, perhaps, but I couldn't help getting furious after you and the rest of the class hid it from me. You were the one who sent Morinaga to the hospital? Like I said, I was perhaps a bit too violent, although that jerk deserved it. Thank you, I guess. I don't like the fact that he sent someone to the hospital, but I would be lying if I said he didn't deserve it. Now that you confess that, perhaps we could... I'm not done yet. It's what I really want to say, but it's difficult to put into words. We've been friends for so long that I fear that if I tell you, you would hate me. This isn't a thing that would make me hate you. You saved me a lot, not only in the mansion, but from the bullying as well. It's easy to say that when you haven't heard what it is. Haru. He's blushing. Haru. Hi. Ore wa... Fuck! God damn it! Son of a bitch! 1 out of 10! Why are we doing this? Santorio, Okari Nasai. Look! As much as they've built this up and they didn't, they did it well. They did it well, right? And I hate all the animes that just don't at the fucking end. Come on! Come on! Look, if they show a picture of them kissing or married, something, you gotta give me something. Just fucking say it! Great story. Great story. And the drawings, the visualness of it was great. I guess this is technically horror. It's more supernatural than anything. But still. The bully becomes a vegetable. I don't condone bullying. Now, they don't deserve death nor a vegetable, but at the same time, traumatizing and grouping up on peers? No. I don't wish good things upon you. Thank you for playing. There better be some more shit after this screen. Ah! And then you try to exit, and that's when it gives you something. I almost want to hit new game if there's a new game plus. I thought I had read something, but now I may have mistaken what that is. But see, I didn't get to save, so to me it doesn't feel like most RPG Maker games don't auto save. Sometimes they do. This doesn't feel like that. A bonus room would be nice. See, if a bonus room appeared, some indication that it has saved. A bonus room, extras, something like that. Now I'm gonna hit this new game. Okay. I don't think there is. I may be mistaken, but we're not going to delve too deep into it. Okay, I do know, and probably was, that there was another perspective that you played from. However, from the quick verbiage that I read, I thought we'd play it as Michiko. Disabled autosave for one reason. You disable autosave for one reason, like a game over choice. Soft lock reasons. Excuse me if I'm ignorant. Santorio, did you make this game? Yeah, it gets stuck in a loop. No? Okay, but when you do make games, it's something that you thought of. And that's true. But see... This game has been around for a while? Okay. I don't do research on this because I want to know as least as possible when I play it, because that's the most fun. Obviously, you guys have a lot of knowledge of these. Just messing around. When it comes to programming and creating, there's a lot of things you got to consider. Oh, you seen this years ago too? Okay, then I think with confidence I could say that this game is done. Screen's black. Alright. Some of you may know, some of you may not know. I do love my romance dramas. You know, some of the old key stuff. Got the true end. The true end. The other ending that you get says true end, where some of them die, some of them live. But this is where the everyone lives, but you run through it again and whatever. So, great story. Great story. Good visuals. Yes, it's not the spookiest game, but you never know until you dive into it. Sometimes games aren't spooky and they're just lots of blood. But, alright. So we got to finish Kawamura Mansion. So, that part is done. And I know this was a surprise little stream. I had a little free time. And you know, and I didn't want to leave this one unfinished. It's funny because last year when I did Cardiophobia, and I got the ending that I did, and I was like, then I read a walkthrough, learned how the mechanics of that game worked, and I did some of the extra things I missed on my YouTube. I made extra videos. Yeah, that game is actually really hard. The first time through, I did really well. Like, it was hard, but like not impossible, but you know. And then the second time when I went through and redid other endings and things like that again, however that went, was much easier the second time. That game I wanted to complete that one. Not all games I have to complete, but that one I wanted to complete. That game had the best jump scare of that year too, because I had gone by a spot like 15 times, and I was just because it can be a where the fuck do you go type of game, right? And so I was just looking where to go, and I passed by the wall lantern one more time, and it pops. I screamed, ah! And my brother was so happy because he had played the game on his own on the side, and he was waiting for that to happen to me. But just like that game, this one I had to see the other endings. I had to find out more to it, and I'm glad I did. But my God, so much reading. It reminds me of some of the videos I've tried to make where it's all reading. I can't do it. I just can't. This is definitely a heavy reading game. That's hard to do. But reading's for nerds. Tag, story heavy. I should look out for that tag. Because I like some story with it. You know, what's story heavy? People's definitions of it could be different. You know? See, I would like something more like story dominant. Like, this is story dominant. But you never know. You never know until you try it. Anyways, I could tell dinner's ready, and I'm hungry. So, thank you all for stopping by, randomly hanging out. Santorio, High Taxes, Coolio, Anonymous, Zell who stopped by, Donut who stopped by, Edge who was here first, Gamba who was here, and I think that is it. Any lurkers who happen to be out there? Thank you all. A reminder to everyone, Monday is the last day. I think I said you anonymous. Monday is the last day of Spooktober. It is one game. It is planned out. Start time is 6 p.m. Start time is 6 p.m.-ish. Might be like 6:05, but we're starting early. 6 Pacific Standard Time. It's the last game. We're gonna play all of it, so we might be in for a long one, everyone. So remember, have a good day, good night, good week, good weekend, wherever you are. You come across a loved one, please tell them that you love them. Say, Haru, I love you. Oh my Gaskita, son of a bitch. This is how we end it. What's the last game? I can't tell you. It'll be a surprise. I won't say it. So, have a good night, everyone. I'll catch y'all next time. Fucking tell him! I'd be so embarrassed, you son of a bitch.